Do you want to go ahead and clap? I'm just kidding. Wow, welcome back, guys. This is going to be a very dysfunctional episode of the podcast. Juan, do you want to explain why?
Sarah.
Not that it's your fault, or mine, or anyone.
We added a variable onto our last episode. We won't name names. Adam
Zatina.
That kind of fucked us up, if you would, layman's terms. I ended up with both of the, whatever the hijimacology would call these, the adapters to hook the mic on.
So we have a mic stand, and then you have the microphone. But to make the microphone sit on the stand itself, you have to have this little adapter, so it'll hold the weight of the microphone. And that's how we record. But they both ended up in Juan's microphone box, which is at his house.
Yeah.
Because usually when we're here, we just use the one mic because it can pick us up. But when we were, leaving Adam's abode,
somehow, some way,
somehow they both ended up in Juan's box. So today, Juan will be holding the microphone for the duration of this episode.
It's not punishment. It's torture.
We didn't mention that the name of this podcast is Podcast from Planet Weird.
The only podcast where we forget a piece of crucial equipment.
My name is Sarah. I'm, drinking a ice cold root beer.
She's day drinking. She's a drunk. Wow, ASMR.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Juan, a living trash can.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah. L'chaim.
Mahalo, bitch.
Wow, how topical.
I wrote that down. I think I yelled it during the movie. I was like, mahalo, bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know what mahalo means.
This is episode 73, and we're going to be talking about Rip Girls.
R.I.P.
Pour
one out for the homies.
You think it's going to be about like a coven or something, but it's about surfers.
I really wish it was about
Rip Girls.
Dead girls.
R.I.P. girls.
This is like the final girls, but
that's like our sci-fi channel remake, Rip Girls, but it's R.I.P. girls.
Yeah.
With a Z at the end.
And it's
because edgy.
Edge.
The Edge from U2. Remember that musical Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark?
Remember that musical where like 5 people died?
Yeah. Rest in peace, for reals. Who said...
Wasn't it like at the very start, like Spider-Man just kept falling?
Yeah, they just kept falling. I remember at Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, you know how they do the musical previews?
Yeah,
the
I love them.
They did one for Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, and I remember when Carnage came out. Carnage is disgusting. Venom is disgusting. Carnage is especially disgusting.
Carnage is the worst.
Carnage came out with all of his little
and he just looked like a giant ball of
tentacles, and
meat.
I was like, what the fuck is this? Why would they air this
in
front
fake?
of the children? It just looked gross.
Can you find an image? I want to see this, please.
Yeah, let me try and find it. Oh my god, look at Carnage.
You just found me.
Look at that.
These costumes look terrible. Not just the villains, but the background dancers.
You know what? Green Goblin looks like those little Wheeler guys from Return to Oz.
I don't never watch that movie ever. You are corny.
Coney Island.
What are these extra spikes on there for?
Look at Carnage!
Ew!
I'm still traumatized. Ew!
I love confetti.
Beat him! Police brutality.
Imagine if you got hired for this and all you had to do were flips and cover yourself in your own spider web.
This is the worst. The Green Goblin scares me.
The Green Goblin isn't
This looks disgusting. All of it.
Was that you?
Anyways, guys.
I love tangents.
Yeah. Sine, cosine too,
Fuck that.
SOHCAHTOA. But yeah, we'll be talking about Rip Girls. The video is back. We're filming this episode.
I'm in a tank top.
I guess we'll put it on YouTube, even though YouTube
is homophobic.
They don't pay us. I think they finally took down the like anti-LGBT ads. But now, did you see that people were like, hey, why do my videos have like random thumbnails now? And they're like, we're trying a feature where it randomizes your thumbnails instead of using the custom one. But you can still do the custom one. It just might not show it. And I'm like, I spend so much time photoshopping custom thumbnails. And if you don't show those, I will be pissed.
Why would it randomize the thumbnails?
Why would that make any sense? They're doing the stupidest stuff over there.
Did YouTube get bought out by some sort of like company?
I mean, Google owns YouTube, but that happened years ago.
Exactly, but like, did anyone
Some
else
weird
interfere?
Ass company? I don't think so. I
Like,
don't know what's going on.
I don't fucking Sci-Fi Channel just be like.
Sci-Fi Channel. Anyways,
You know how like when you have a tickle in your nose and you don't know if it's a booger?
Well, you can zoom in on the footage on YouTube.
Please don't.
And see if he has a booger in his nose. Are you ready to get into Rip Girls one?
I can't swim. Anyways, Rip Girls is a Disney Channel original movie made in I don't know what year.
I wanted you to keep going and like see what you came up with.
Okay, wait, can I guess?
Go ahead.
Made in, let's see, 1999. Okay. Directed by the director that directed Monster House, and executive produced by a woman.
Okay. So yes, as you said,
Dead
right
mom.
off the bat, we learned that there's a dead mom.
Classic.
Like we said, Camila Bell plays Sydney, who is a 13-year-old girl, and she's sitting on a plane going to Hawaii, and she's narrating, and she's like, I have a helicopter dad, and I have a stepmom named Elizabeth.
It made it sound like, at first it made it sound like her mom was just like living on the island, and they were at divorce, and then she's like, I miss her, and I'm like, she's dead.
So this was your first time watching, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I can't remember what I must have thought when I first saw it. Why does one of your notes say by Ariana Grande?
Oh, just wait.
We see some clips of, beautiful scenic Australia, apparently.
How is she taking photos on a recorder?
That are so close up.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Is it a camcorder? What the fuck camera is this? What
I
Canon
don't know
model?
what kind of old camera she has, but I think it's funny every time they do like a montage and she's taking photos from like the beach, and then it'll do the
It's like zooms in on
camera
like a
as
portrait
if
mode.
she's in the water, and I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. Whatever.
You're like, wow, these lenses are amazing. She's a shy girl.
She's a shy girl who doesn't participate. And they go to you don't really get like, they just show up on Hawaii, and then you kind of learn that they're back there because of like this house that they're inheriting.
The will reading.
Yeah, and they're deciding whether they should sell the property because these real estate goons want to turn it into like a beach club resort.
That's my favorite Wii game.
But every beach
Club resort. The first thing I said when I saw the dad, I was like, this dad is hot. And then I said, but he's also greedy, by Ariana Grande. Greedy!
It was something I wrote about his khaki shorts.
That he wears them every day during the movie? I wrote that too.
We'll come across it later, but I said something about khaki shorts.
I'm so excited.
Sydney finds like a scrapbook of her mom surfing and realizes she was a surfer girl.
I thought it was going to be witchcraft because I was like, oh my god, all these knicknacks. And then the doors opened and I was like,
now that we know that she was young Sally Owens. I mean, and there's like an owl.
I'm not
hoot,
an
hoot,
owl.
Hoot, hoot, honey.
He literally says, hoot, hoot, honey. And she said, I'm scared. And then she runs out with the surfboard.
Yeah, and the light hits it and the choir sings. Honestly, yes. Then, as she's leaving with the surfboard, someone crashes their bike into her and says, "Watch out!"
I think that's when I wrote Mahalo, bitch.
Mahalo, bitch. And that's where we meet Gia.
I already love Gia from the start of this movie, by the way.
Yeah, Gia.
The second she falls on her bike, I'm like, I feel that throughout my entire body. I relate. I love you.
Sydney is a poser who's pretending to be a surfer girl.
Fake binge.
When she's not. She doesn't even know the difference between
She
a
was a
longboard and a
surfer girl.
shortboard. Well, I wrote white people love chess. Because the dad is playing chess. The dad and the mom. It's like a family chess night.
I literally wrote, I just wrote, like, do they really just sit there and play three-way chess?
I get it, like, that chessboard was probably there and you don't have anything else to do.
Hawaii has
cable.
TVs.
I guess there was no TV in the house.
Back in 2000, Hawaii had TVs.
I know, but I guess in this old abandoned house, there was no TV that the mom left in there.
She died years ago. Why has there been no upkeep at this house?
And I guess they just have chests. And I'm like, y'all couldn't go to the Target and buy apples to apples or something?
Ew.
She also wrote the story for Bambi 2. What happens in that? I don't know. Never seen it.
Bambi dies again.
Bambi... Is it called Bambi 2, Bambi Rides Again? Because otherwise...
Bambi 2, the great event.
Bambi 2, more Bambi, more...
More baby Bambi. Beady beady bom bom. Beady beady Bambi.
Bitty bitty Bambi.